Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's weekly musings is Light in the Darkness. I'm doing a series of weekly musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while ago, and the world has completely changed since then. At the end of reading this, I will summarize the topic based on everything that's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Light in the Darkness. The holiday season holds many memories for folks, not all of them warm and cheery. This time in 2013, I was visiting DC recording my father's life stories in his final month on hospice. The year before, I was midwifing my mother on her way out of the body. And 10 years before that, a loved one was hit by a car, which propelled me through intense grief, as well as intense learning about the reality of life beyond death. My own story has had bleak chapters for this time of year. Times as a single parent so poverty-stricken that my kids' only gifts came from the food bank, or when a loved one suffered from an illness and went missing for 3 days the week before Christmas. We in the Northern Hemisphere are heading towards the shortest day of the years. It's helpful to remember that there is always light in the darkness. Even in the darkest night, the sun is still shining somewhere. Things seem dark and painful when we view them as our bodies and personalities. As a body personality, I lost both parents in 2013, and a dog and a house. As a body personality, I had stories of being poor, frightened, and abandoned. When I step back and see things as consciousness, it's an entirely different experience. I midwifed both my parents out of their bodies in 2013. I held space for two beings who played the roles of my parents to transition back to spirit. I also held space for my dog to do so, as I have for many pets in the past. I released my house on Vashon to step into new opportunities in a new city. As consciousness, joyous and unlimited, I've created experiences of contraction and expansion. I can assure my body that we've lived through these things before, that we know how to get through anything that may come up. I can comfort my body by appreciating how great things are now and realizing that things do get better. Our house in Tacoma is twice as big and half as expensive as the one on Vashon. My parents are still here. I feel them rather than see them. They're easier to access than when they were in the body. All of our pets still exist too, young and energetic and happy with no litter boxes to clean or poop to scoop. It's my purpose as a being of light, as a natural light bringer, to shine light in the darkness. It illuminates the shadows so we can see into them. Light is always accessible, whether we can feel it or not. So if you're feeling bogged down, breathe deep and feel consciousness within you and around you. Mentally step up and out of the morphic field of gloom and doom. Imagine stepping through a door where things are lighter and brighter. Anything and everything you need is available to you. Allow the energy of it, love, prosperity, warmth, plenty, to surround you and infuse you. Do this continually for the next 7 days, and it will transform your life. And if you do this, leave me a comment below, because I love to read your comments. I knew that both my parents had died in one year. One died in January and the other one died in December. I had forgotten about my dog also dying, and I knew also that we had lost our house and that I had to move away from the island where I had lived for 18 years. And we did move back. It took a lot longer than I anticipated. So currently I'm back on Vashon Island. But the thing I'm reflecting on is that my husband and I intend to retire in Spain, and we had intended to do it this year. We're now being delayed and intend to do it next year. And so it's a similarity. I'm on this island that I moved to 40 years ago. I am choosing to leave the country, which isn't a big deal. I grew up moving to different countries every 2 to 5 years. I wasn't even born here. I was born in Berlin, in Germany. And so moving overseas doesn't daunt me. And the intention is to be closer to my son and his two children there. And the intention now is we had a surprise baby here and to move there. Some things have arisen to make that more complicated, and it's just a matter of keeping the vision and moving forward. But it's very daunting. And one of the things I know is that I can't create somebody else's reality for them. I can't change, fix, manipulate their hologram or them. Everyone is on their own individual journey here. And if it seems that they're going through a scenic route that I wouldn't have chosen for them, like in the dark side of town, they're very capable, because the more capable of us create the more challenging lifetimes. And so just sitting back and trusting in their capability, and then keeping my eye focused on the direction I'm going. Now, I did come up with a variation on a technique I had where when I taught it at meetups, it was all about only changing your own reality. You can't change other people's reality. And one of the people who came to that meetup obviously didn't hear that because she prayed for people with cancer every day. And so she went back home and immediately started bringing them into parallel universes as well. And one person's cancer got better, and the other one, their diagnosis changed, I think. So it kind of showed me that, yeah, you can't create someone's space, but if you're inviting them in to a parallel universe, they're using their free will as consciousness to go there with you. But a variation I did for myself was to step into a reality where everything is unfolding in everyone's favor. So my reality is shifting into a reality where everything is unfolding into everyone's favor. I'm not changing everyone else's reality. I'm changing mine into one that is beneficial for the whole. And when I did that, it definitely did benefit my family members. So I invite you to play with these for yourself. Let me know what happens. And if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and on your social media. And please click the thumbs up button, the heart button, like and subscribe, and all of that, including leaving comments below, tells the algorithm to share this far and wide and get this out to someone who really needs to see this information. And if you want to know more, I have a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques below. It's called the Skybox technique, and it gives you a drone's eye perspective of what's going on in your life today. I also have a self-study course, and I think another course is down there as well. And if you want to know more about me and my one-on-one sessions and my coaching, go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you next week in another Weekly Musings.